gimmicks aside, and this is a big reason why it was so significant for me. So like even back in high school, so I've had like 11 or 12 different operations, surgeries, and since I was 13. So my first surgery was at 13 years old on my left knee. Um, so a lot of my adolescence and becoming an adult was me not being able to live up to any of my dreams and aspirations, stuff I was working toward. So my first surgery was at 13. My second was at 16. Third was at 17. Fourth was at 18. So this is high school. I'm missing playing ball, so I missed out on a couple of my varsity years. Um, Lost the starting spot my senior year, and then ended up getting hurt trying to get it back. And so my freshman and sophomore years of college, I also had surgery. Couldn't play ball in college because I was recovering from surgery. So, um, that was a lot of my life, and that was where I started training with under Zach Reed with Pro Championship Wrestling. So he runs a school now called Primetime University. But back then, it was called the PCW Work Farm. This is like 2010 or 2011, around that time. I was training. It was fun. I didn't really have the right mindset, and think that really, contributed to like some of the injuries as well. So I'd gone in just kind of with the mindset that I should have been. I thought that I was beyond indie level quality as a student. So I thought that, and this is before like a performance center ever existed or anything like that. But I thought that that's where I should be training, just based on who I was as an athlete, my physical capabilities. Now, I was a guy at 22 years old, benching almost 400 pounds. I was squatting almost 500 pounds. And this is after all the knee surgeries. And this is before I really got in the weight room. So then I ended up tearing my stomach muscles. It was I've definitely I've torn my ACLs, I've torn ligaments, I've torn everything, but tearing the stomach muscles, I couldn't even walk. Um, and I missed months of training, and that was my, I don't know if I got what it takes to be in a business moment in like 2011. So I stopped training consistently, pretty much altogether, and just decided I was going to finish college. I graduated in 2013, and I moved back home for a while in Sacramento, and there wasn't any schools going on, so it was hard. I couldn't train in Sacramento because no one was training in Sacramento. And then I got a really bad spinal injury, weightlifting. I was squatting over 600 pounds at the time, and got down. And my biggest regret, I got two regrets about that lift. One about the lift and one about weights in general. One with that lift was that I didn't get a full 90 on the squat. I got to about 80 degrees, and then I felt like someone like ripped out half my neck.
Oh my God.
It was really bad. And then my second regret lifting weights overall is that I lifted all the weight that I have in life and didn't get paid a dime for it.
Yeah, man.
People lift 600 pounds and get sponsors. Me, I lift it and get surgery. So, but yeah, so there wasn't much consistent training in Sacramento. And then when training did get consistent, I was injured. Um, I moved to Vegas for a while, living out there. I was a teacher out there, and I had checked in with a few of the wrestling schools out there. There was a school, believe at the time, I don't know if it still is, but it was, I think Kenny King was running it. Um,
Yeah, Kenny's still out here training.
yeah. So I was checking them out, and, taking bumps in the ring. It was just a really familiar feeling. I'm like, oh, I feel good. Like I can start doing this again. And then I had gotten a pretty bad car accident out in Vegas, the winter of 2016. Came home so I could continue to get medical treatment, fully recover, and then just relocated back here or in Sacramento. We haven't had consistent training in Sacramento until like 2021. Like at WrestleMania 2022. Um, I had hit him up. I had gotten really motivated by what's happened with black wrestlers over the last few years.
Yeah,
Seeing,
same.
yeah, and I'd love to talk more about that. But seeing Kofi Mania,
Bobby.
I was in tears for that. Seeing Bobby Lashley win the title and just totally destroy the Miz in the process to get the title and have that reign. I was like, absolutely, this is what we've been wanting. Big E, seeing what's happened to him, Bianca Belair, um, Sasha and Bianca main eventing Mania. That was a
Yeah,
moment I was in a lot of tears watching them.
same.
Um, and I was really like, yo, I'm like invigorated. I want to get into this again. So WrestleMania last year, I hit up one of my buddies like, as soon as there is a school in Sacramento where I can train consistently, I'm there. And then he lets me know that there is a school now, and that's where I graduated from, the Pro Wrestling Academy. So I started there. My legs blew up on me that first couple days, so I ended up in physical therapy the whole time I'm training. I literally actually completed my physical therapy program the week that I debuted. So my doctor was like, "There's nothing else we can do. Good luck to you." And then a couple days later, I had my first match. um, and it was fun. But yeah, so it's been a journey. I've had shoulder surgery, the bad spinal injury, 4 surgeries on the left knee, 3 on the right knee, 1 on each foot, a couple car accidents in between, the torn stomach muscles, and that was all before I became a professional wrestler. So now, I have the body that a lot of people in wrestling walk out with, and I walked in
Facts.
with.
Bump
And
card is going crazy already.
it is, so it's I have this like twofold thing where it's like I'm aware of what my body's durability is. So it's like there's some I know that I can do some crazy things, but I'm also aware that it's kind of like a shorter shelf life.